Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm here to talk about an options play on Bitcoin. So if you guys do enjoy this video, be sure to smash that like button and also subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. We're on the road to 200 subs. We're almost there. Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, so we're talking about Bitcoin today because this cryptocurrency, not a stock for a change on the channel. Actually, we don't really talk about crypto all that much, but I mean it's a good thing to talk about. Very big in today's day and age, and there's a lot of growth potential in the future. But crypto is a very different game than stocks are. One that a lot of people believe in more, a lot of people don't believe in. It's very controversial. But today I'm here to talk about a play that I think has the potential to make a lot of money involving Bitcoin because of its recent run up. So Bitcoin's price is $117,000 right now, which is a lot higher than it's been in a long time. This is all-time high for Bitcoin in the 117, 118,000 range. So it's definitely something to pay attention to. It rose very fast. You can see in the past week it's up almost 9%. And with this happening in almost only a week, I mean, that just shows you what can happen in a month, in 3 months, in a year. So I have another couple screenshots of what's happened to Bitcoin in the past 3 months. We see, this is kind of tying into the options play that we're getting into, but we see Bitcoin in the past 3 months. If you look here in the bottom left, we see it rose very well, and then it kind of stood for a little bit, and then rose again, stood, rose, and then stood, kind of declined. Rose, declined, rose, and then stood for a little bit, and now it's breaking out again. So there were some periods of trading sideways or dropping a little bit, but in the end, it kind of looks like Bitcoin always went back up. And then if we go out to a year, that's not the case. We can see Bitcoin has risen and dropped, but I mean, even from the peak of their rising, they're above that now. They are at an all-time high right now, Bitcoin, and they are up over 104% in the past year, which is a pretty good amount. Well, not a lot of stocks are doing that in a year. I don't think any stocks are doing that in a year, honestly, besides a few outliers. But over 100% in a year is a gain that you can get maybe once in your life. That's not a very easy gain to get. That's a lot of money that'd be made, depending on how much you put in. But as a percentage gain, that's one that people aspire for. That a two times 100 bagger. It's two times what you put in. It's just 2xing your money within a year, which is insane. Usually you'd probably make 10%. And what the play involves today is an ETF called iShares Bitcoin Trust ETF. And this ETF actually is one that is very cheap. Regarding Bitcoin, it's very cheap. I mean, it does just track Bitcoin's, price, so it can't be that cheap, but considering their assets that they have, and we can see that, this is a very optimal stock to invest in right now. I mean, they're up a lot over the past year, almost the same as Bitcoin, just a little bit less because they don't actually, I mean, you're not actually buying Bitcoin directly, but you are buying a stock that tracks the performance of Bitcoin. So it's kind of just not investing in crypto directly, but you are pretty much directly investing in Bitcoin. I'm not sure how to describe it, but basically you're not buying Bitcoin, but you're buying a company that only has Bitcoin. So you are buying Bitcoin, but it's not Bitcoin, it's just a company. So it's pretty confusing. But as you can see, I mean, the gains are pretty similar. They're pretty much the same when it comes to investing in these companies. And this is the play right here, actually, that, I wanted to show. And, the stock doesn't even have to rise that much for you to make money on this play. So you can see, I mean, all it has to do is rise 70%, which it's done in the past year. It's risen 99% in the past year. I'm not sure why the numbers are wrong on the screen, but all you have to do is rise 72%, and the percentages are right. I mean, look, the stock rises 72%. You buy a $100 call, $145 call, you make 1,500, 1,450. That's an easy 10x. And that's just 72%. It could go higher than that. I won 100% last year. So the sky really is the limit when it comes to this. And this is also a very cheap call. You could go deeper in the money and kind of, mitigate your risk a little bit with this call. But this one's very far out too. As you can see, it's January 2027. So this one doesn't expire for a while. There's a lot of time for Bitcoin to move up in that, a year and a half about. But I mean, this is a very cheap call for something that I think the cheapness of this call in relation to the possibility of this happening is, not equal. I think that the possibility of this happening is a lot higher than how cheap this call is, which it's hard to compare the two, on a numerative scale, but I think that just, thinking about the two and the possibilities of each happening, it seems like, throwing $145 at this call isn't that bad of an idea when you could possibly 10x your money. I mean, it depends on how much money you have in your portfolio, how much you're willing to lose, and a lot of things such as that. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think that this is a pretty decent play to make. And you can see also on the put side, the put sides are very different, which is interesting because this is a put that's deep in the money. So this is for a different stock. I couldn't find a good example for the other stock, IBIT. So this is BITO. And this one is, you can see there's a put right here for $15. This is a $22 stock. So the stock has to drop $7 for your put to be in the money. And it's a $22 stock. It is a far expiration date, but it's $360 for this put, and the stock has to drop 12% in, 2-3 months for you to even break even. And that's pretty crazy in my opinion. I mean, something has to happen really fast, but I did want to say that puts are not a bad idea at this point in time because of how expensive Bitcoin is. I mean, you see every time that Bitcoin did run up, kind of in this linear way, there was a little drop after, which is very normal for stocks, I mean, obviously. But I mean, if you can catch that drop, it's usually like right after. I'd say that there's a very good chance that you're gonna make some money if you can catch that. Even if you, the ideal scenario is that you catch that drop, you buy or put, you make a little bit of money, and then as you sell the put, you get into a call. I mean, that's probably how you can make the most money. It does come with a lot of timing. It has to be perfect, but that is, a very good way. And these options are very attractive. It only has to rise 10%, and you're over doubling your money. So if Bitcoin goes up 10% in the next week, you're over doubling your money. If it goes up 10% in the next, let's see, if it goes up 10% by next March, you doubled your money. So this option is very attractive. I mean, there's no reason I wouldn't really buy this unless you don't have $150. I mean, this is, the risk to reward on this one's very nice in my opinion. I think that there's a lot of reasons that you should buy it. And then another thing that's going on is the blockchain sector. So this isn't even Bitcoin as a whole. This is just the whole blockchain. This is every crypto, every currency that trades on the blockchain. The blockchain sector is projected to experience significant growth, with various research firms offering different compound annual growth rate estimates for the coming years. So there's a lot of different, firms offering different numbers, but there is a theme. They're all over or around 50% besides one. So, I mean, compounding annual growth rate of over 50% for a long period of time is unheard of. Warren Buffett hasn't done it. Nobody's done it. I mean, if you have a compounding annual growth rate of 68% from 2023 to 2032, that's just unrealistic, honestly. But I mean, they're saying that it's going to happen. So they're saying the blockchain is going to grow like this. So I'd say get into the blockchain. I mean, obviously, if with these numbers right here, with, average estimates seeming to be around 50-60% compounding annual growth rate, that's not just 50% a year, that's 50% compounding on top of 50%. So you made 50% the first year, so your 100 went to 150. Now you're making 50% again. So you made 50, now you're making 75. You make 50% again, you're making 112. I mean, that's a snowball effect right there. You're going to get a lot of money very fast. And at the same time, they're saying this is going to go on for a while. This one says 2025 to 2034 to 2032, 2037, a compounding annual growth rate of 26.3%, which is a little bit lower, but that's still very high. And then we have this one to 2028 for 58%. This one of 68% to 2032. I mean, if you can invest in the blockchain right now, please do it. And that's just all the more reason to get into Bitcoin, which is the biggest player in the blockchain. So yeah, guys, that's all I have for today. I just want to make a quick little video on a stock, or I guess it is a stock, but it's a crypto that I think you should buy a call on, because you can't buy calls on crypto. You have to buy calls on stock. So I think you should definitely get some exposure into that, especially seeing with how much it's rising recently. I think that there's definitely, something's going to happen there, and I just hope we're on the right side of it. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to like it. Also subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.